Welcome back to the Coins Information HD channel. Today, we are diving deep into a fascinating piece of Canadian numismatic history, the 1981 Canadian 5-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II, specifically the rare and intriguing variety without a mint mark. If you're a coin collector, an investor, or simply a history enthusiast, this video will provide you with an extensive understanding of this coin's origins, design, rarity, and what it's worth in today's market in 2025. The Canadian 5-cent coin, often affectionately called the nickel, has been a staple of Canadian currency for well over a century. The iconic design featuring the industrious beaver on the reverse has been consistent since 1937, symbolizing Canada's rich natural resources and its historical connection to the fur trade, which was instrumental in the country's early economic development. The obverse side of the coin traditionally showcases the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, reflecting Canada's status as a constitutional monarchy within the Commonwealth. Throughout the years, the portrait of the Queen has evolved with changing artistic styles, reflecting her aging while maintaining the dignity and respect associated with her role as the nation's monarch. The 1981 5-cent coin is part of a series struck during a period of consistency in Canadian coinage. The Royal Canadian Mint produced millions of these coins for everyday circulation. Normally, Canadian coins include a mint mark to indicate the place of manufacture, often an hem for the Royal Canadian Mint in Winnipeg, or other designations depending on the coin's origin. However, the 1981 no mint mark variety is an anomaly. It is important to note that this coin was produced without the usual mint mark, which has led to considerable interest and curiosity among collectors. Let's take a closer look at the physical characteristics of this coin. The 1981 Canadian 5-cent coin is composed primarily of pure nickel, giving it a solid and durable structure. It weighs approximately 4.54 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, with a smooth, plain edge that distinguishes it from some other denominations. The obverse features the Arnold Machin portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a design introduced in 1965 and used until 1989. The portrait captures a youthful yet dignified queen, wearing the traditional tiara, with the inscription, Elizabeth II DG Regina, encircling the image. This phrase translates from Latin as, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. On the reverse, the famous beaver is depicted perched on a rock, meticulously detailed to showcase its fur and the texture of the rock beneath it. The date, 1981, is prominently displayed below the beaver, flanked by the denomination, 5 cents, underneath. Now, one of the most fascinating aspects of the 1981 5-cent coin is the absence of a mint mark. Typically, mint marks serve as an indicator of the coin's place of origin or special series and are essential for collectors in identifying varieties and rarities. The no mint mark variety from 1981 is somewhat of a numismatic mystery. Unlike other years where mint marks were consistently applied, this particular batch of coins was struck without any mint mark at all. This could have been due to a change in minting procedures, an oversight, or a purposeful decision by the Royal Canadian Mint. Though no official explanation has ever been provided, this absence has fueled debate among coin experts and collectors. Some argue that these coins were part of an experimental or transitional production run. Others believe that they are error coins resulting from a die that was missing the mint mark feature. Regardless of the cause, this variety is significantly less common than the standard issue with the mint mark, making it an interesting item to track. When it comes to rarity, the 1981 no mint mark 5-cent coin holds a special place. While the Royal Canadian Mint produced millions of 5-cent coins that year, only a fraction exist without the mint mark, either because fewer were made or because many went unnoticed and mixed into general circulation. For collectors, rarity is not just about how many coins were minted but also about how many survive in collectible condition. Many of these coins were used daily, resulting in wear and tear that diminishes their value. However, coins in uncirculated or mint condition, particularly those professionally graded and certified, are highly sought after. The no mint mark variety often commands a premium because of its scarcity and the mystery behind it. It represents a subtle but meaningful deviation from the norm, attracting collectors who specialize in Canadian coin varieties or error coins. Let's talk money. The current market value of the 1981 no mint mark Canadian 5-cent coin as of 2025. For coins in circulated condition, you might expect them to be worth only a few cents to $1 above face value. largely depending on their condition and demand among collectors. Since these coins are still relatively common in everyday circulation, their collectible value in low grades remains modest. However, the real value lies in coins that are uncirculated, in pristine condition, or have been professionally graded by reputable agencies such as PCGS or NGC. These can fetch anywhere from a few dollars to upwards of $20 or more, depending on the coin's grade and the current collector market. Proof coins, which are specially struck for collectors with superior quality and finish, generally command even higher prices, sometimes reaching $50 or more, depending on their rarity and condition. It's worth noting that prices fluctuate based on overall market trends, interest in Canadian coinage, and the broader economic climate. As of 2025, interest in numismatics remains steady, and this no-mint mark variety continues to attract collectors seeking unique pieces with a story. If you think you may have a 1981 no-mint mark 5-cent coin in your collection or loose change, here are some tips to help you identify and verify it. First, examine the obverse side carefully. You should notice the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, but more importantly, look closely for the presence or absence of the mint mark, which is usually a small letter near the date or along the rim of the coin. Using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help in spotting these tiny details. In the case of the no mint mark variety, you will see a clean area where a mint mark would typically be. Secondly, consider the coin's condition. Coins that show minimal signs of wear or have a crisp strike are more valuable. Collectors often seek coins that have not been cleaned or altered, as these actions can reduce the coin's desirability. If you want a professional opinion, submitting your coin for grading by a recognized coin grading service can authenticate its variety and assign it a grade, increasing its market value and appeal to serious collectors. In conclusion, the 1981 Canadian 5-cent coin without a mint mark is an intriguing piece of numismatic history. It represents a subtle but notable variation within a widely circulated series of coins, and its rarity and the mystery surrounding the missing mint mark make it an exciting item for collectors. Whether you are a seasoned coin enthusiast or just beginning your journey into coin collecting, understanding the background, characteristics, and market value of this coin enhances your appreciation of Canadian currency and the stories these small pieces of metal carry. If you enjoyed this detailed exploration and want to see more videos on rare coins, market trends, and numismatic history, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.